I want to discuss the best products to be selling on Etsy. But before I go into that, let me make sure that this video is right for you. Okay, so are you a new Etsy dropshipper, maybe an intermediate one? When you launch a new store, you get some listings up, they don't really get much traction. Maybe a week later, it's had 5 visits, 1 favorite if you're lucky. Your daily views are about 20, maybe you have about 8 visits, and you get a couple sales a week. If that's you, this video is for you, okay? Because the mistake you are making is there's either no demand for your product or you're getting buried. And what I mean by you're being buried is there's too many other people selling it. You have insane competition. You know, imagine the game Candy Crush, right? You're on level 1 just starting off. There's people on level 1,000, right? People on level 1,000 absolute killing it. How are you going to compete against them? You just can't unless you put the reps in. Unless you go, right, 6 long, grueling months of me trying to build this store out without seeing much, and then you're climbing up the levels, right? And you start slowly seeing a bit more traction and a bit more traction. That's not fun, okay? That is mind-numbingly boring. It's a waste of time. You're not going to make much money. Sure, it'll pay off in the end, kind of, but it's just not the best route. Right? If you are coming into Etsy dropshipping, you want to make money. You want to make money this week. You don't want to be making money six months down the road, right? So then the other one is there's no demand. And have you checked the demand? Have you looked at competition selling your store? Other stores that are new coming into that niche, selling similar products in similar keywords. How fast are they growing? Right, a really good piece of advice for when you're starting off is it's a bit of grunt work. Open up a Google spreadsheet, right? You know, columns, right, store name, niche, boom, whatever. And then you want to go date and then the amount of sales they've got. Right, and maybe you include some of their best selling listings, whatever. Right? So you get the store, you're watching 5 stores, let's say. 5 stores selling some sort of niched jewelry, right? And you're potentially thinking about getting into it. So what do? Is you find 5 stores selling that kind of jewelry. You put them in your spreadsheet, your daily watch spreadsheet, right? And you monitor it. You go, okay, so on the 1st of the month, they had 40 sales. And then on the 3rd of the month, they had 112. So what did they do? How did they get those sales in, right? I kept searching their keywords. I didn't really see them getting any Etsy ads. So it must have been primarily organic. I used, Everbee to find some of their data or whatever. I looked at their listings. Their favorites were going up drastically. And their sales are just taking off. And it's just these 2 listings that I was eyeing up. So now you know, okay, this listing, these 2 listings has demand. Why does it have demand? Is it because of the keywords it's targeting? Is it because it's the time of the year for this kind of product, right? Is it just a trendy product? The photo's banging, right? Not enough people go and validate their products. Not enough people get proof of concept before wasting time, right? You want to get proof of concept for every niche and every listing you want to go into, right? It's what we spend all of our time doing. And the quickest way of getting proof of concept is, sure, you can go and put these listings out yourself, but that is time spent. So why don't you use other people for that? Which is why you monitor other stores that are new, selling the products that you want to do, right? And that way you can monitor 10, 15 different niches, right? And you can go, okay, they started on this date. I'm watching them and their sales are creeping up. And they're brand new. They're not running any ads. It's all organic. Okay, I know if I got into this niche, I can tap into that. There's a market. I know a few other products that they're not selling that could do really well. Yeah, that's going to be one of my stores. I'm going to tap into that. I've got proof of concept. I'm very happy with the growth I'm seeing from this other store who I don't even know runs it, right? But they're validating it for you. And then you've got a couple other niches. You go, okay, that niche too, that is doing very well as well. Let me get another store up for that because I want to be in that, and I'm going to sell similar products. Maybe even copy a couple of them, undercut them because my supplier can do a better price, and I think I can beat them on delivery window too. I'll put an upsell in there, and I reckon I can do well there, right? You've got two stores then with 2 niches, potentially a whole load of other niches, where when you launch that store, there's demand. You know what the graph is going to look like. It's like a crypto chart, right? But instead of predicting what's going to happen, you already know. So why would you're basically buying on a dip and being able to sell at an all-time high by following proof of concept from other stores, right? So the best types of products for you to sell is ones you've got proof of concept for, ones that are already doing well on the platform. I keep saying this until my gums and my mouth hurts, but still not enough people are doing this, right? Not enough people are getting proof of concept, validating niches, validating products, seeing how it performs on the platform, and then listing it themselves, right? This one mistake is wasting you so much time, it's wasting you money, and the opportunity cost is going to destroy you, right? So please, before getting any more products out in a dead niche on a store that you're putting too much love into that is not working out because you're attached to it, validate your niches, get proof of concept, build your watch lists, right? And once you do that, you are going to see far greater results.